Yeah, so, there was a question this morning one of my friends asked, and I think this is a common question for so many people now, is what is my purpose in life? Like a lot of, I've heard this before, people say, come to a crossroads, and I don't know why, what am I here for? Who am I? What is life about? I just seeking my purpose in life, but I just don't know what it is. So anyway, I feel I found my purpose in life, and I love it. I'm really loving it, and I just wanted to share how I found it. And I know many. I can't say that everybody finds their purpose this way, but I did, and many others have also. And there's very beautiful verses in the Bible and also the Vedas that talk about this direction of how to find your purpose in life by a very special connection. So anyway, we'll start with a verse from that I actually spoke about this morning already. We're going to bring it up again. There's so much in each and every verse in the scriptures, especially from a non-religious point of view, when it's from the spiritual level. So here we go. So from Jeremiah 29, verse 11, says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." See, so anyway, I just like to speak about this some more in relationship to finding one's purpose in life. There's a reason why many people have not found their purpose in life, and it's basically they lack knowledge. There's this lack proper information to understand how to find that purpose. So anyway, the scriptures give really wonderful hints on how to do that. And so let's discuss this a little bit. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." So one meaning of this is the Lord, who we are all connected to. And many people think of the Lord in different ways. Some people say, I want to connect with my source, or it's the Christ in me, or it's Krishna, or it's Lord Chaitanya, or it's Lord Ram. See, and so when people make this connection, this is the God principle, the God connection, then what happens automatically, automatically with this connection and communion, this what the Indians call yoga union. With this union, automatically the deeper purpose of life, universal purpose of life, is automatically revealed. And so this is one of these deep meanings to this verse. "For I know the plans." God knows the plans. Krishna knows the plans for you. Christ knows the plans for you. Allah knows the plan for you. The main thing is our soul needs to make that connection. And that's universally true for all of us. However you see that transcendental supreme being, in various types of manifestations in different religions or in different ways, different spiritualities, is the primary thing is to make this connection, and then automatically our real personality, our real purpose in life is revealed automatically. Okay? And these are different than people. Like in the Christianity, talk about the devil isn't controlling this world. In the Vedic point of view, they say Maya is in control of the world. And basically, if you get out of this, hooky-goochie, fear-based understanding of what is this devil or this Maya, it's basically also scientific. It's the shadow of the truth. It's the shadow of God. It's unclear. Those who are not connected to the light, to the true source in truth, what happens is they connect to that source in its downgraded form, like as the world. So they're connecting with in this world of shadows, okay, and so everything gets mixed up here. People are mixed up until they connect to their spiritual source, which automatically makes one work in this world and act in this world for the welfare, true welfare of themselves and other people. And it's a win-win situation. Not like now we have these elites, they're actually pretty devilish and pretty demoniac, and they're controlling the world from the shadows. They call that the deep state. The deep in the shadows. They're all doing these dastardly things behind the scenes, deceiving, lying, cheating. Right. So that's going on. It's becoming more clear because I believe we're in a time of tribulation, which everything becomes revealed. Yeah, and so that's going on, and so those persons that are in the darkness, connecting with the darkness of the world, are motivated for evil, and they do things. It's a win-lose situation. Selfishness for themselves and their friends, and everybody else loses and becomes slaves. Well, that's kind of what appears to be happening in this world now. A lot of lying, a lot of deceiving, a lot of cheating. But when we connect to our spiritual source, some people call God, Krishna, Christ, like this, our heart becomes purified and we act in wonderful ways in this world. Okay? So now, what is a universal practical method that can work for really anybody if they're open to hearing and trying it out, of making this connection? A lot of people need help because if you, like I hear people saying that, well, I really don't know what my purpose in life is and all that. They need a little bit of help, a little bit of clarity from those who are deeper into it. Okay, so let's take a verse here from the Vedic literatures, or some verses, which will help clarify this even more, to figure out, okay, connecting with source, okay, that sounds good. How do we do that? Okay, all right, here's some verses here, and we'll discuss this also here. So, oops, what happened here? Okay, all right, so this is in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, 2nd chapter, verse 18. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead, that could be translated into Source, Christ, God, Allah. Okay, a loving service, serving the Lord with love. Okay. Unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs. See, when you connect with the source, you just naturally are grateful and forgiving and loving and joyful and happy. See, that's that'll make you happy, right? It makes me happy every day, actually. Is established as an irrevocable fact. See, when we're connected, see, the people don't know that we're in lack, we're in poverty. Even if you have lots of money, you're still considered poor if your soul hasn't awakened and connected to Source, connected to Krishna, connected to Christ, connected to God, Allah. Different words for the same thing. And when you make the connection, it's a universal experience of great joy, not of this world. Like Jesus said, I have joy, I'll give you joy, but not of this world, peace that's not of this world. See? This is the kind of style that happens of this connection. See? You get something that is not available in this world. It's from this deep connection with our, in the core of our hearts, with the source of all pure love and plenty and boundless love and boundless understanding. And this connection is what we're all looking for universally, because in that sense we're all connected to that. But there's often blocks to that. Okay, so this is the process that works for Christians and for Vaishnavas, or in all real systems of making this kind of connection, spiritual connections, is you hear from those who are truly enlightened, truly connected deeply with Source, and they tell you the truth. And that truth really sets you free, and you experience that. How do you know? When you hear from those persons, then something stirs inside the core of your heart if you're really looking. Okay? If you're not really serious, usually anger comes up, hatred, all kinds of weird types of things if you're not sincere in your heart. But if you're looking, when you hear from those persons, something in your heart is stirred, because that's how it works. You got if you hear from those who are genuinely connected. So I'm going to start using the word Christ, Krishna. If you're genuinely connected to Christ or Krishna, or both, it's the same God actually, then when you speak to people, you speak from the deep core of the heart. See, you speak real truth, not with like the Indians call with forked tongue. You speak real truth from the heart, straight out, and that liberates people. See, by regular attendance in classes on Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam it means scriptures. Bhagavat, truth. See, truth. And by rendering service to the pure devotee, in other words, you become part of the team of winning souls, because that's what they do. Whether you're a Christian or a real Vaishnava, or a real Muslim that's connected to Source, they all do the same thing. Let's bring people into the kingdom of God, right? You inspire them in there, okay? So all that's troublesome to the heart. What's troublesome? The ignorance that we believed as truth, the lies we believed as truth, see, the deceptions we believed as truth. We believed in people that are attached and involved in the darkness, and have not made the connection, the true connection with the Source, then they mislead us, they misguide us in this world, and this ignorance makes us unhappy. Okay? Many of our relationships have made us unhappy because we're connecting with people who have not self-realized. They haven't realized the true self. Okay? So you hear from those persons, you hear about the truth, you hear the scriptures from them. Those persons who have realized the truth and commune with it regularly, then they understand these scriptures. They get revelations and realizations, and you hear them. They're very powerful. They purify you. They direct you on to the path of truth. And you can know, you'll feel it. It's not something where you're jerked around by people misguiding you. You really experience that, now I'm being pointed in the right direction, a good direction. Okay? So by regularly hearing, and so in the Vaishnava lingo, they call this sadhu sangha. Yeah? So associating with deeply enlightened beings who have realized the truth and live in the truth, live from the truth. Yeah, or in the Christian sector, they sit around and they go to church, and you hear from an enlightened minister, hopefully. But, how enlightened they are. You're lucky if you find somebody that is truly connected with God. Spirit-filled personalities. They have pure love of God in their hearts, and they live from that. See? So by all this ignorance and obstacles are destroyed that are in the way of your personal communication with your personal relationship with Source. See? Not, let me use the scripture so I can control you and keep you down and speculate and manipulate the scriptures because I want to be on top and keep you below. See, that's impure consciousness. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of ministers may do. A lot of gurus may do in Vaishnavism. In the Muslim field, there may be people like that also. Okay? So that's not the kind of persons to hear from. We need to hear from those who are genuinely realized and enlightened, and they remove the ignorance by hearing from them. Okay? And then your own personal connection with that Source, with God, with Krishna, with Christ is established, and then you're happy forever. Now you have God living inside the temple of your body. Now, anyway, if you're looking for your purpose in life, if you try this method, you'll be surprised to see how good it works. So if you're inspired, anyway, daily we have classes. We have a devotional community. It's really wonderful, and very loving persons. And we're all in the shower, so it's not everybody is completely perfect, and maybe we never will be. But we're worshiping the source in our devotional community. It's Krishna mainly, and Lord Chaitanya, and also Jesus in there. People, we like reading the verses and speaking about them, showing its universal connection with the true God. And so if you're interested in making such a nice connection, it's available right now. We're on Facebook Live every day. Our friends and students are giving classes every day. It's just truly wonderful. So thank you very much for listening, and maybe we'll see you. And come and say hi and meet the devotional community here. And if you feel called and inspired, join it. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day.